Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to give you a short summary of Act 5, Scene 1 of Shakespeare's Hamlet. In the churchyard, the grave diggers shovel out a grave for Ophelia. They argue if Ophelia should be buried in the churchyard because her death looks like a suicide. According to the religious doctrines, suicides may not receive Christian burial. Hamlet and Horatio enter the churchyard, watching the gravediggers work. Hamlet asks the gravedigger whose grave he digs. The gravedigger spars with him verbally. Hamlet then picks up a skull. The gravedigger tells him that the skull belonged to Yorick. Hamlet tells Horatio that as a child he knew Yorick, and he was his father's jester. Hamlet then realizes that all men will die and become dust, even great men like Alexander the Great and Julius Caesar. Suddenly, the funeral procession enters the churchyard. Hamlet wonders who has died. It seems that the dead woman or man took his or her own life. Hamlet then realizes that it is Ophelia who has died. At last, Hamlet bursts upon the funeral company, declaring in an agonized fury his love for Ophelia. He fights with Laertes. The two combatants are pulled apart by the funeral company, and then Hamlet storms off. Now I am going to read important lines from Act 5, Scene 1.
Is she to be buried in Christian burial when she willfully seeks her own salvation? Other, I tell thee she is, therefore make her grave straight. The crowner hath sat on her, and finds it Christian burial. A pestilence on him for a mad rogue, poured a flagon of Rhenish on my head once. This same skull, sir, was Sir Yorick's skull, the king's jester. Hamlet this, takes the skull. Clown, even that. Hamlet, alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He hath bore me on his back 1,000 times. No, faith, not a jot, but to follow him thither with modesty enough, and likelihood to lead it. Alexander died. Alexander was buried. Alexander returned to dust. The dust is earth. Of earth we make home. And why of that loam whereto he was converted might they not stop a beer barrel? We should profane the service of the dead, to sing a requiem and such rest to her, as to be spotted souls. Laertes, lay her in the earth, and from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violets bring. I tell thee, churlish priest, a ministering angel shall my sister be when thou liest howling. Hamlet, what the fair Ophelia? Queen, sweets to the sweet, farewell. Scatters the flowers. I hoped thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I thought thy bride bed to have decked, sweet maid, and not have strewed thy grave. Laertes, the devil take thy soul, grapples with him. Hamlet, thou prayest not well. I prithee take thy fingers from my throat. For though I am not sublantive and rash, yet have I in me something dangerous, which let thy wisdom fear hold of thy hand.